Hello, John Boyd with the Homebuyers Agent. We have about a 2-minute video here that talks about fuse panels in residential homes, and I think it'll clarify some of the misinformation.
Here we are in a foreclosed home out the west side of our market area, and this is an electric panel sitting inside a kitchen cabinet. Now that, to start with, is wrong and bad and everything else. It's also missing the front interior cover, and that is certainly wrong. But the real issue, this is a great example of why fuse panels have safety concerns. And it's not about the fuses themselves. In fact, fuses statistically are more reliable than circuit breakers. What it is about is that people will put fuses that are too large for the appropriate wiring in a panel when they blow a fuse instead of correcting the problem. You can see right there we have a orange and yellow 20 amp fuse, and then below that we have a 30 amp fuse, and below that we have another 30 amp fuse. Well, those are all circuits that connect to bedrooms, and that wiring is not sized for 30 amp fuses. At some point in time, they probably had an appropriate 15 amp fuse in there. They had electric heater plugged in, and it popped the fuse because that was exceeding the capacity of the wiring. And so instead of not plugging in the electric heater, they increased the fuse size. So that fuse, particularly a 30 amp fuse, is probably doing nothing to protect the wires and protect the house, and that's really its job. Modern or more modern fuse panels have what are called type S fuses, where the threads are set up differently, so you can't put a 30 amp fuse in a 15 amp slot. And that kind of solves that major safety concern with fuses. This panel is from probably the mid-50s, and if it had the adapters, which are available for type S fuses, and proper size fuses, this panel could be reasonably safe. As it is, I would not want to stay in this house with improper fusing like that. It's very definitely a danger.